Now the crazy thing is like I've known y'all for years, and both of y'all are Asians, but I'm like, you're almost like biker boys, Meagan. Still, like you like, do you age? Like, what's going on with this? Huh?
Thank you.
It's 3 different toothpaste, right? Huh? 3 different kinds of toothpaste.
Right. Oh yeah. I do use 3 different types of toothpaste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a secret
Keeps
trick.
her young.
Yeah.
Keeps her young.
Keeps my teeth young for sure.
Oh, that's great. Now, was Dennis Quaid just that good of an actor, or is he really creepy as...
He's that good.
He's that good, yeah.
No, he's just that good.
Yeah.
Because that, I mean...
Yeah.
There's some stuff in here. Like, I don't want to ruin it. I had to think about how I was going to talk about this stuff. I'll just say the tongue. And that was creepy.
Yeah.
I was like, how was that to shoot that scene?
That scene was interesting because we tried a bunch of different things, you know. And I remember at one point we're in the middle of that scene, and Dennis goes, "Spit on me," and I'm like, "So I'm like, what did I'm like, let me just stay in the scene." And he's like, "Spit on me," and I'm like, "What is happening?" And then I hear Dion from the other room. He's like, "Spit on him!" So I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like. And then next thing you know, Dennis was like, "No, get a good one from like down your soul." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And so I did it, and it was crazy, but it was cool because he's so fearless. Yeah. And I think when you work with people who are willing to go there, it makes you go, well, let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah. You never know what's gonna work. You never know, where the magic's gonna be. So.
Charlie. Hey.
What?
What are you doing?
Oh, well, I noticed that the grass was getting out of hand, so I just went ahead.
Did you just get this out of the garage?
That's right, keep it.
Huh. What happened to Florida? I thought you'd be gone by now.
It's hard to say goodbye.
Is this just a case of like the men from Venus, women from Mars stuff where like y'all couldn't catch each other's signs as a character? Like, would that be really frustrating in a real relationship? Just
I think it happens in real relationships. I do, and I think what people tend to forget as audience members when watching is that all Annie sees is the good side. Mm-hmm. Right? She sees the charming, the perfect guy side. She sees that version of him at his best. Yeah. She sees what he wants her to see. Right. The audience is with me. They're seeing some of the cracks. They're seeing some of the suspicious behavior and activity, and they're reacting to that. Yeah. So I think we have to kind of look at that and say, okay, when you react and you blurt out, "Oh, hell no, girl, don't," just know, this is not, something she's doing cognitively.
Right.
It's based on her experience has been a good one.
Yeah. You've been working with Dion for a second.
Yeah.
What does it mean when, as an actor, you find a director that you could do multiple projects with? Y'all like hit a stride together? Has it become like...
we've done one more since doing this one, and yes, you do develop a shorthand. You develop a trust and a comfort level that makes it much more easy to collaborate.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, L.A. Was in the news this week. Is always in the news, but for Nipsey's funeral. And I mean, as artists, as talent, like, what feelings did you get from seeing the response from what he did off the mic that he had on people? Like, how does that influence you guys as just people, just to see like the response to this?
There's a pride that I take in us doing the exact opposite of what everyone thought we were gonna do. And it looked for a moment like we might go at each other, and instead we came together. And you have people from different sets, different gangs coming together and trying to figure out how do we save these little boys, and how do we do better, and how do we come together. It just, the ripple effect, the pain is, that's what is coming of it. That's the part of me where I'm just like, you see how much God put in this person and how powerful what they've begun, how it started a whole how it's starting a whole movement. And so in that sense, there's a part of my heart that's thankful that we've had him, and thankful for what he's been the catalyst of. My heart breaks for Lauren and for their family, and but there's another part of me that's like, when I see her giving the speech and saying, instead of "it's not fair and it's not right," she's saying, "I'm thankful I had him for as long as I had him." And to hear his mother speak, and is everything about their approach and what it's creating is so powerful, and it feels like the right thing that they're teaching us just by their example and by his example.
Look, it was heartbreaking. I had seen him a couple times before. I didn't know him, hadn't listened to a bunch of his music, and didn't know that he was doing all the things in the community that he was doing. And what I admire most is that he wasn't asking for credit. I admire that.
He wasn't even looking for it.
He wasn't even looking for credit. He wasn't looking for me to know. And that says that his intentions were beyond pure, and that, you know, he personifies gone too soon. And I think at the end of the day, similar to what Meagan said, how we choose to move forward from here, in the words of what Lauren said, the marathon continues. We all got to do better. We all got to do better. But we also got to address what really is going on. It's not about where you live. It's about systemic issues.
I mean, take us down or lift us up. I'm glad you guys got to speak on it, and I'm glad I got to see this movie. It's always entertaining to see you guys on screen and know that, you know, y'all genuine off screen, and I'm always rooting for y'all. So y'all keep doing your thing.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, baby.